Working with documents is a huge part of being productive, no matter what job you have. Whether you're creating some sort of letter to communicate ideas, whether you're creating some sort of manual or using existing templates to create something as a document, it's not a surprise that word processing is one of the earliest applications that computers were used for. But if we could use Copilot 365 to be even more productive with documents, that would be a great thing. Well, in this video, I'll show you exactly how we can do that. How we can use Copilot to draft documents, how we can use Copilot to edit documents, how we can use Copilot to summarize many documents, and how we can even chat and interact with documents in order to extract information from them, all using Microsoft Copilot 365. This video is the second video in a series of videos that I'm doing on how to be more productive with Copilot 365. It's actually part of a YouTube course. Did you know that YouTube had courses? Well, I'll put the link to the course down below. It's completely free, and you can go in and watch all of the videos and even earn a badge. Let's go take a look at Copilot with documents. Let's take a look at drafting a completely fresh document using Copilot 365 in Microsoft Word. Now, what I can do is, you'll see that I'm in the web interface here, so I have all of my applications that I can run through a web interface. If you don't see this screen, by going to Microsoft 365, here at the bottom, you'll actually see an icon that'll bring you to your app window. Now, of course, I can work on Word through a web interface, or if I install the application, everything that I'm showing you can also be done within the Word application. And in fact, for document help, you can also get help with email and other documents like messages and Teams. We'll talk more about that when we cover the Outlook and the Teams in those videos. So I'm going to go into Word, and when I open up Word, it's going to be the web interface of Word. I'm going to start a new document. So let's create a blank document here. And this blank document will have a few new features because I'm running Copilot 365. First thing you're going to notice is that when the document comes up at the top is a dialog box. So there'll be a dialog box, and it may take a few moments to load into my web browser, depending on the speed of my internet connections and such. But you can see here it's going to say, describe what you would like to draft with Copilot. So I could go in here. It's going to remember some previous work that I've done, for example, this lesson plan. So maybe I want to do a lesson plan on metacognition. So we'll do a lesson plan on metacognition, and I want to provide it with some information to help it draft this document. I could simply put this in and it would do a public web search and search my documents and such, but it's best if you have resources to add them in here. So I'll go into my files. I could go into my emails if I wanted to recreate a letter responding to an email, or even my meetings if I wanted to create a document maybe based upon a meeting that I had. But in my case, I'm in Files, and I'm just going to scroll down here, and here's a literature review that I have for metacognition. So I have this literature review that I have on metacognition, and now when I go in, I can begin generating a draft of a lesson plan on metacognition. This is also really handy if you have templates, because, for example, if I had a template on a specific lesson plan style, let's say the BOPS model, it's a special model that we use in teaching, BOPPS, and what I can do is I can say use this document as the template. But you can see here it's already starting to generate a nice little lesson plan here right from scratch. And I would not use this as the lesson plan. It's probably pretty good, but I'm still going to go in and bring my expertise into this. But what I do have is I have a structure and I have a point of departure. So I can start working with this document. So I can say, do I want to change something? In my case, I'll just keep it for now, assuming I read it. We're doing the video here, but I would read through that. And you can see it's even got my literature review in here. And if I go into Copilot here, I can now chat with this document and begin modifying it, or I can just directly go in and start editing the document. So this is how I would start a brand new draft using Copilot 365, not facing a blank page and getting something that I can begin working with and turning into something perfect for what I'm trying to do. So now that I have a document, or any document that I might have from the past, I can open it up again in Copilot And you'll notice the first thing here, it creates a summary of the document here at the top. So I've got this nice little summary of the document, including the citations for what it did in order to generate the text in here. So you can see here, I can go through, I can see the different types of citations in here, so I can jump to those sections of the document. I can go in and I can go and create a briefer, a standard, or a detailed summary. I can copy this summary. This is very handy if I want to share just a summary of the document, or maybe I have an existing document and I'd like to summarize it so that I can quickly understand what's in the document before I commit to reading the entire document. I really like this if I have a lot of documents. I'll show you that in a moment. And if I want, I can go in and open the chat, but I have the chat open here on the side. I can get that by clicking on the Copilot button. I can go in and I can do things like connect up to my work environment with the web, or I can go through a web exclusive environment. And if you go in here, you can see that I have the ability to go think deeper, quick responses, depending on how I want GPT-5 to behave, because at the heart of Copilot 365 is GPT-5. I usually leave it on auto, and then depending on what I'm asking it to do, it chooses the appropriate model. So let's say I'd like to go in here and do some editing. So one of the things I could do is I could say, could you rewrite this to sound more professional? And if I go in and choose that option here, right? So rewrite this to sound more professional and less verbose, I could choose a specific area of the document if I'd like, or I could go in and you can see I can configure this. I can go in and get insights from data. If there was data in the document, I can go in and create images from a description that might be in the document. These are all my agents in here that I can access. And we have another video coming up on creating and working with agents, but just to be aware that they're here. And I can go in and add the document. So I can upload documents, work documents, upload a document, or attach cloud files if I want to analyze that. So it's not complete, it's not absolutely 100% has to be this document. I could work with multiple documents at the same time. So if I was to go in here and ask it to rewrite to sound more professional, you can see in this case here, I should have selected a piece of data in here, but you can see it's going to do the entire document. And if I like some of this in here, I can start moving it into the document. I could format it for a handout, make it even more concise. So you can see I have a lot of options and suggestions, but I could do my own thing as well. And I could say something like create an image of a brain. And even right here in my Word document, I can go in here and it will use the image creation features of Copilot in order to generate an image of a brain. I'd probably want to put a little bit more detail in here, and then I could put that into the document on metacognition. This is a lesson plan, so I don't necessarily need to add a lot of images and such. It's more for me when I'm teaching. But if this was going to be a handout on metacognition, or if this was going to be something that I was going to share with others, then maybe I do want to embellish it a little bit with some brains and that sort of thing because it's on metacognition. This is actually going to be a fairly realistic brain. I might want to, get a little more creative in the image I create. And one of the things that I do here with a lot of the Copilot features is that people say, oh, it's a little bit slow drawing a brain. And my response to that is always the same. This is much faster than if I had to take out a piece of paper or if I had to try to draw this myself. So this is something where it does take a little bit of time to generate an image, but the 1 or 2 minutes is a lot more efficient than me trying to draw the image. Even for me to go and search clip art, that's exactly what I want. I do use this feature quite a bit. So you can see I've got my image of a brain. I could go ahead and copy that. I could bring this up here to the beginning here. Having learners learn about their own learning. Put in this, just go ahead and paste that right in there. So you can see that we have a lot of ability to really make this our own document. So that's an example of editing it. We can also go in, and I actually already showed you how we can summarize. We get the automatic summarization in here, but we also can get insights into this document. So there's some key numbers in here. What is metacognition? Why is it important? That's a good question and answer. So it helps me give some insights, some Q&A in here as well. I can go and have discussions on this. So in this case here, I can go in and I can take this and get information. So we could have a discussion, comments and conversations on the document. I haven't started any yet, but I could put that in there. I could start going in and open a chat related to this document here. It's actually a chat on the side. And I can look at activity. So since I created the document, I can see who's worked on it. This is not a shared document, so therefore the discussion and the activity is just going to be me. But you can see I have this in here. Another cool feature is as well, I can do a podcast-like discussion between digital voices reading this document to me. So if I go in here, it'll generate a podcast. So let's say I have a document, maybe not necessarily one I created, could be a document that I downloaded and I want to get a summary of it. I could get the summary in the same way here, open it up, get the summary. But I could also go ahead and generate an audio version of this lesson plan. So I can go in here and it'll take a little while, but it'll have a conversational podcast style dialogue about metacognition. And that's great for doing reviews of documents and such, very handy. And I can continue to chat with the document and such. So here you saw that So there we go. It was starting the podcast. I was hearing that. I'm not sure if you heard that, but it started playing the podcast. And you can see here that what I've done is I've gone in with documents, started working with it with the AI, enhancing it with some images through the chat, summarizing it, generating podcasts. And I did this all by starting a fresh new document, in my case on metacognition, and then going in and taking care of it with the dialogue and enhancing it. Imagine how much time you could save if you used Copilot 365 to help you with the drafting and editing, summarizing, and extracting information from documents. We're not trying to replace what we do, but if we could save 10, 20, 50% of the time that we spend on documents and use that time for more meaningful work, well, that's a win. So give it a try. Comment down below how you'll use Copilot 365 to work with documents, how you'll look at the documents and make sure that they're in your tone, in your style, but how Copilot 365 can still help you with a lot of the mundane or generic tasks so that you can concentrate on the creative and valuable tasks. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to check out the next one in the Copilot series. We're going through all of the different aspects of Microsoft Copilot 365 to make it a productive tool for you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.